feel worthless.
I just can't handle it all.
I feel like a stranger in my own family.
We do life better together. It's Mental Health Monday with Elerrina.
And Jodie, and our favourite person in the world. He is Andrew Jobling. Good morning.
Good morning, Ella. And I think I'd be careful about saying that because you're going to offend a lot of people who go, hey, I thought I was your favourite person in the world.
It depends on what day it is.
I mean, obviously, it makes me feel very special, but I just want to make sure you're not offending, like, family or good friends or anything when you say, I'm your favourite person in the whole wide world.
Well, in their defence, my family doesn't even listen.
Oh.
So,
Well, then,
no.
Elerrina's family.
Yeah.
I'm her favourite person in the world.
Exactly. Now, Andrew, today we are chatting the ripple effect. Can you shine a little bit of light onto what exactly the ripple effect is?
I love the ripple effect. I am so inspired, and this really, when I think about the ripple effect, it directs a lot of the things I do. If you drop a stone into a little bathtub or a pond, you get a ripple, right? Like a little pebble will ripple out, and who knows where that ripple will end. It really depends on how big the bathtub is, right, or how big the pond is. So the message is this: every single thing we do, we say, we behave, our attitudes ripple. And I think a lot of people think that, you know, the things they do only affect them, the way they think, the way they behave, their actions they take. But this is a really, really powerful message. Everything we do ripples. Everything we say, there's a ripple effect. You two are having an incredible ripple effect, right? Because you're running your radio show and you're doing a lot of positive stuff, and I don't know how many people listen. Millions and millions of people listen to your show.
Billions.
Billions of people are listening, but then who do they affect because of what they've learned? So there's always a ripple effect. And I think one of the things we often think about is, well, you know, if I'm a smoker or if I get angry or it's just the way I am, or, well, smoking only affects me. Well, it actually doesn't, you know, because people watch, people listen, and people are influenced by everything we do. We may not realise it, but everything we do, say, our behaviours, our attitudes, people are watching.
Yeah.
And there's always a ripple effect. So the message is this. People think focusing on themselves, self-care, is selfish. Yeah? Oh, yeah, but I've got to run around for my family, or I've got to do this and I've got to do that. I don't have time to indulge in massage, or I don't have time to meditate because I've got to, you know, prepare meals, or I've got to drive kids here or there, whatever. Actually, focusing on ourselves is the least selfish thing we can do. And the reason is because people are watching. And, I mean, if parents are listening to this, or people in leadership positions are listening to this, you know, you want your kids to live happy, healthy, independent, successful lives, right? Well, I mean, parents will know that their kids don't listen to what they say, but they do. You know, I mean, I remember, you know, as a kid, well, even as an adult, you know, I was more influenced by my mum's actions than anything she ever said to me.
Yeah,
and,
right.
You know, I wrote a book about her called Dance Until It Rains, and she, when she was diagnosed with cancer, and she made a decision to live, and she was going to create change, and she was going to change the way she thought, and she was going to meditate, and she was going to eat better. She never once said to me, Andrew, I think you should look after yourself because it's really important. I just watched her. I was inspired by her. And the end result, my mum's been dead nearly 17 years now.
Wow.
The ripple effect that she started 15 years before that is now impacting lives all around the world. So the ripple effect basically says that everything you do, everything you say, all your behaviours and actions people watching, they will adopt those, and then they will create their own ripple effect. So the question is, what sort of ripple do you want to send out? Do you want to send out a ripple of love, of well-being, of positivity, of generosity, of kindness, of gratitude? Because when you start behaving that way, when you start looking after yourself, start putting yourself number one, which most people don't do.
Yeah.
other people start to do the same. We want our kids to look after themselves and chase their dreams, so chase your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
We want the people that we work with to be independent and believe in themselves, so we need to believe in ourselves. And so the ripple effect is just means stop looking elsewhere for the answers and start being the best you can be. What's that saying? You be the change you want to see in the world. That's really what the ripple effect means. It means if you want to see a change in the world, you be that change first, and then watch what happens as you inspire and influence other people.
How do you hold on to that, though, and stay strong and firm in that particular thing when, like, say, for example, the five people that are around you the most are quite negative, and you need to be that one person to change it, but also too, you are a reflection of the five people that you hang around the most. How do you not pick up on that and let your ripple affect them?
Yeah, that's a great point, Elerrina. And we did speak about environment. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Healthy environment.
Yeah.
We spoke about this. I mean, if you feel like you have to stay in amongst those five people that have a negative influence, then you've got to be really strong and really determined to find a positive within every scenario. Now, that's hard because 5 against 1, right? Like if you've got 5 negative attitudes, that's a tough gig. My suggestion would be find 5 new friends.
Yeah.
Find 5 people that are going to become part of your ripple effect, that are going to work with you and encourage you as much as you're going to encourage and be positive to them, because it's hard. I mean, we did speak about this last week. I mean, the only way you can survive in a negative environment is you need a suit of armour. You need to be reading and listening and affirming and looking after yourself more than ever. But it's very difficult. So my suggestion would be find more people who will go on this journey. I mean, my mission is to create a wave of wellness around the world. That's what I affirm that every single day. I read it every single day, and I know that I can't do that on my own. That's why I do stuff like this. That's because I know that I need to connect with other positive, like-minded people to create that ripple. I can't do it on my own.
Yeah.
But I can start something and I can encourage others, and that's the best I can do, and hope that that ripple effect will continue on and on for many, many miles and many decades to come.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, what can we do this week to, I guess, start that ripple effect going?
First thing I would do is just be very aware that people are watching, and the question I would suggest or encourage people to ask themselves is, if the people I care about behaved the way I behaved, did what I did, would I be happy about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask the question, because then that's the mirror straight. You're looking, straight in the mirror going, wow. Because if my kids adopt my behaviours, is that going to be good for them long term? And if the answer is no, then you need to start changing. We need to all start changing our behaviours. So think about other people. Think about how do we want them to be and live, and how do I want to help them? Okay, then that's how I need to be. And that'll be within relationships. That certainly will be around health and well-being, certainly mental health. And, if you're anxious or you're scared or fearful, you're passing that on to your kids.
Right.
So how do I move through this? How do I find ways of focusing on gratitude and focusing what I want and focusing on the things that are amazing already in my life? They're the things that will ripple. So that's what I would recommend for people.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us, all things the ripple effect this morning, Andrew. If anyone has any questions for you, how can they get in touch?
andrewjobling.com.au. Jobling is Jobling.
Well, perfecto. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us again this morning, Andrew.
Thanks, Elerrina. Thanks, Jodie.
Bye, Andrew.
This is Good Taste Brekkie.